Hey everybody, welcome back. I have 3 new additions to the 120 community tank that I'd like to show you. One of them just went under that driftwood, which is a green terror, which is about 4 inches. I'm part of a couple of cichlid groups on Facebook, and one really great guy is I believe the story is he's moving, so he's rehoming some fish. So I picked up that green terror. I'll try to get a good shot of it. Definitely a beautiful, healthy fish, and size-wise fits in very well. Hasn't gotten much crap from other fish yet. You see the red terrors letting him know a little bit about the hierarchy. To be expected. Getting the newcomer treatment, but nothing dangerous. And then here's a firemouth. Firemouths are near and dear to my heart because it's one of the first cichlids that I ever kept. And if you've never kept them, they're really fun and amazing and beautiful, in my opinion. Some people think they're kind of drab. This fish will get more color as it gets more settled. But I'll try to get some footage at some point, I know I will, when it is facing off with another fish in some kind of dispute. Its entire throat will drop down and get very large, and it's completely red. And it's really beautiful and really cool when it does it. So they're really fun, and most people, have a fish that's kind of near and dear to their heart as one of the first fish they ever got. If you know the king of DIY, for example, he's really into Urarus, I believe is how you pronounce it, which is a cichlid to me that looks very drab and uninteresting. But he loves them because it's one of the first cichlids I think he bred. So, you just never know what you're going to get attached to. Do I think that a lot of these other fish are more beautiful than this firemouth? Yes. But, when I was 18 and got two firemouth cichlids and they bred, it was very special. There's just something about when you first breed, or just some of the first fish you ever own. So definitely really appreciating that fish. The third fish is, again, came from a Facebook group where someone had a very large Chinese algae eater. I believe it's not a true albino, but it is the yellow variety. And I will try to find it. It was out a bunch recently, but it seems to be hiding. And they had it in a smaller tank, and it was kind of bullying the kind of the community fish. And I will look around briefly to see if I can spot it. If I can't spot it in this video, I will go ahead and make a separate video on that fish when it's more settled. And oh, here it is. I don't know if you can. Yeah, the lighting is pretty bad back here. But this is a big fish, and it is beautiful. I'll see if I can turn on another light for you quickly here, and that way you can get a better see. Yeah. So that is a very cool fish. It's hard to tell its size here, but it's definitely 6 inches or more even. And its attitude is welcome here, right, in this 120. Fits right in. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick update. Really love green terrors. I've had a couple in the past, and excited to have another one in this tank. And this is the flower horn also, which is a new addition. It's a female, and has the Madagascar cichlid has really been all over it. And so its color has not returned. It's been pretty dark, to kind of lay low and be in, under the radar mode. So I'll get another video of this female flower horn. I've never kept flower horn. I don't particularly like flower horn. I think they look kind of ridiculous, and I think their prices are also ridiculous. But so I do think their colorations are beautiful. I'm not into I think they just look like an overweight fish with a ridiculous head. But the females don't get the nuchal hump, or they don't get it as pronounced. And they don't get as large. and typically females are less aggressive. So we'll see. These are the only two confirmed females in the tank, that red terror and this flower horn, which again, its color is really not there yet, but we'll see how it all plays out in terms of the hierarchy as fish get settled. I will do a rescape soon. Every time I add fish, I rescape, even though I just made this this new scape 2 days ago. It's always advantageous, and you know, I'm just going to move these plants, shuffle them around a bit, maybe swap that giant rock ornament with the driftwood. You know, just simple stuff. To them, it's, you know, a world. It's a different world, but you know, it's obviously simple changes. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on the new additions, and I will get more footage of. Again, the things that I'll get more footage of is this fire mouth flaring up for you. If you've never seen that, it's really cool, really fun, really beautiful. I'll get the Chinese algae eater swimming around as it gets settled in, and then also this flower horn. As this flower horn settles, oh, there you go. There's some fire mouth action for you. As this flower horn settles and its color is returned and you know, balances out, I'll definitely get some footage of that for you. So yeah, the newcomers, you know, they're being a bit timid, which is typical, right? They're coming into a whole world of a whole existing hierarchy and trying to find their way. So, you know, I literally got them today, so it'll be a few days until you know, everyone gets settled and a new hierarchy forms. And you know, rescaping is a great way to kind of mess up what the hierarchy is currently, and just give everyone a fair kind of reset chance to find themselves in their rightful spot. Of course, it's constantly changing as fish grow and mature. I just saw the jaguar cichlid. I don't know where it went, but that is the only fish in here that I'm really worried about long term. Everyone else, you know, size wise, personality wise, are pretty much, you know, you never know. Like this Malawi eye biter, for example, if it does turn out to be a male, which, you know, it's too little at this point to tell, that, you know, those fish are known to be quite aggressive. You know, there's not really, you know, one of these haps, maybe, you know, one of the larger haps, the Jack Dempsey might just go berserk at some point. But, you know, with this many fish and this many hiding spots and the way that I feed and I rescape all the time, and, you know, I have 500 gallons worth of filtration for a 120 gallon tank, I feel pretty confident about keeping all these fish healthy and happy, except for that jaguar cichlid. So that I don't see where it went currently, but that's part of the balance, you know, is when you're keeping a community of cichlids, especially the way I'm doing it, which is controversial. You know, ooh, I just missed the fire mouth flaring again. You know, a lot of people say you should not mix Africans and South Americans, and you know, that's a separate video for another time. I can go into depth of why I think that's, you know, that's really not an issue in most cases in terms of how fish are raised. I think if you're, just a quick note on that, I think if you're getting wild caught fish, then yes, because their parameters are really different. But all these fish were farm raised in, you know, in most cases the exact parameters. And even if they weren't, what happens is, here I go, just to give you a little tidbit, is because most people point to parameters, and certainly in Mbuna, for example, food, a lot of the Mbuna are vegetarians, so that I'll give you. But as far as parameter argument, if you have, you know, something that's in between what they all would enjoy, like quote unquote in the wild, again, they were never in the wild, but if you keep something like that, if you keep it stable, that's the most important thing. A fish, any fish, will be really stressed out and will accumulate illness through changes in parameters, changes in temperature, changes in pH, changes in nitrate, and certainly quick extreme changes. So if you're keeping your tank steady and balanced and stable, they will all adapt to it. And proof's in the pudding. You know, I've had this tank up for over 2 years now, and I've had other tanks up with similar mixes. with zero issue. All the fish look perfectly healthy. It's and literally the only time I've had issue is when I had crushed coral as the substrate and the pH was high, and so then the South Americans weren't happy. But you know, with the sand, and you know, it's the pH is right at, like, I think it ranges between 7.6, 7.8. It's like right kind of medium spot, and you know, I keep it stable, and everyone's happy. Temperature stable. I do regular water changes, have good filtration, you know, good surface agitation, good hiding spot, good stock and source numbers, high quality food, and you know, it's kind of like cooking. You know, good ingredients, and you know, the rest will take care of itself. And here is the jaguar back here messing with the jewel. So yeah, that is my dark horse. Not even a dark horse, I guess you would say, but my only real concern long term. You know, this fish is pretty small at this point. It's the first fish I've actually seen the jaguar jock at all for a position, which makes sense. I mean, they're going to do that. Cichlids will do that all day long. You know, they're going to find their hierarchy again. So that's to be expected. You just have to watch out for any excessive aggression. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching, and I will continue to post updates as we go along here. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much. Take care.